Welcome back to more Ace Attorney. This is, okay, we're up to Trials and Tribulations, which I've heard is the absolute best one, right? So I got my snacks, I got 3 cupcakes, they're called, but it's, the cakes is written with K's instead of C's. It's like a mini cake thing. I also got myself a cola, so let's do this shit. I fucking love Phoenix Wright so much. It's one of my favorite games. Oh yeah, new game. Oh my god, here we go. Trials and Tribulations. Oh, I'm so excited. This is the one I'm most excited about. Okay? I have absolutely zero idea what this is going to be like, unlike the other ones. Okay? You hear that cola? Let's do this shit. Who the hell is that? Why did I do that? That guy looks like Phoenix Wright. Is that Phoenix Wright's brother or something? Does Phoenix Wright have a... No, Phoenix Wright's an only child, isn't he? Stop it. Oh. Don't talk about her like that. Who is that? Oh, that is Phoenix. Wait, what is that outfit? Phoenix, don't tell me you killed somebody, bro. You're supposed to be an attorney. You can't do that shit. You can't do that. You're supposed to be on the side of the law. 5 years. Oh, this is a prequel. Well, not a prequel. A flashback to the past, I think. Oh, am I playing as Mia? Ooh, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Oh, I knew that. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? So we're playing as Mia 5 years before we played as Phoenix, alright? What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. Hey, I'm sorry, it's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. Wait, what with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that. You see? I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Oh, so we're Mia. We're defending Phoenix 5 years before he became a... No, 6 years technically, because the second game was a year later. So 6 years. 6 or maybe 7 years, I'm not sure. Before Phoenix became a defense attorney. Oh, there is Mr. Wright himself. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. So this is the first time Mia saw Phoenix. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. I'm back. I left for about 30 minutes because I have to fix something, but I'm back. Yep, it'll be fine. No problem. Oh, I think you're a little sick there, Phoenix. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something? Mr. Wright. Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Oh shit, my bad, bro. And I have a cold. That's what this mask's for. Alright. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. Oh my god, we're actually playing as Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. Oh my god, we're actually playing as Mia. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. And then she became the chief. For my client, and for myself. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. Oh my god, that's some shit I thought I'd never hear in the past. I guess we did hear it in the, what do you call it? In the first game, when we were on trial. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, we're actually playing as Mia. Let's go. I'm so excited. Oh shit, alright. He has some more fucking hair. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I understand the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes. Well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you? Hi there, buddy. Yes. Well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Okay, I can see where Phoenix Wright got his desk slammed from. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. Please don't do that with your hair. Why do you kind of look like Elvis without the sideburns? And old. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll be all over soon. Oh yeah, we're about to object the shit out of this guy. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, when next we have a photo taken of the crime. Okay, I'm gonna eat some of this cake, you know what I'm saying? The students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously blunged his getaway, they called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation from Sedgwick City is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. An unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm a genteel man, if you will. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. A perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read the whole file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Oh, okay, bro. Now see here. The details of this case are filed into the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? The court record. I think I can see that by pressing X. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good, hard look at the data and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. Okay. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just press X here. Yes. Hold up, I'm still trying to finish this cupcake. I finished all my cupcakes. Well, I guess they're not technically cupcakes, but they called them, so I'll say that. Date and time of death, okay, it was April 9th. At 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Electric shock? God damn. The crime took place behind an IVU building. Alright, I see. Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Bro, this bitch. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's what Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. He's the rookie killer? Bro, an amnesiac Phoenix Wright beat this guy. There's no way he's known as the rookie killer. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of this bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and shove it into old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with X. Can I? I'm pretty sure it's R, but whatever. So be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. Let's see what I've got. Okay, so Phoenix Wright, obviously. He's 21 right now. I was just an art student at Ivy University, and I have a cold. Alright. Well, technically, I'm not playing as him. I'm playing as Mia right now. He was the victim. Dahlia Hathorn. Age 20. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend. Oh, goddamn, he has a girlfriend? I never knew that. Dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago. And then Winston Payne, obviously. Looks like a little bitch, but whatever. What was the cause of bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? Oh, okay, wait, I see. Her? The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in the story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What, the defendant himself? Well, Miss Faye? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Mr. Wrighty, oh, there you are, buddy. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means, what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Oh, would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us? He seems a little sick, Your Honor, I'm just saying. It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Goddamn Phoenix, alright. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Whew. It looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be? This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradictions? If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now, that there was a lie, a contradiction? Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. Okay. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Phoenix, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, buddy. I can basically see the lies through you. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered. I'm pretty sure Mia's old tactic was to press everyone until, what do you call it, they revealed the contradiction, so I guess that's also where Phoenix got that from. Well, Maya told him about that, but... yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Shut up, I'm the one who's cross-examining. Anyway, Mr. Wright. Well, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other student that notified the police. Let him speak. I mean, if he can speak. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you were in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I... So, you didn't know his face, or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean, so, which is it? Did you know him or not? Well, come on! Now, see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date, Dolly. Dolly? Who is this Dolly person? Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss, Dahlia, Hathorne. Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you had hardly knew him, then why would you say the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Bob. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union jacket, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow? The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like a stars and stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Was he wearing a Union jacket? He was in fact not! Actually, we can't see the front, but I don't know. Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. So, let's compare that to... Oh, give me a full body image, not just its face. Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. I think I know what it is. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? Yep. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time. From the very beginning of this testimony. At the back of his shirt. Alright, so this is wrong. Are you certain that you saw the Union jacket? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He was wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the shirt, the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me! Mr. Wright, you can't do that shit, you know. Mia, you made our client cry. Let him. The P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... Was the medicine you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Oh no. Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at the photo from the crime scene. God damn it. What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who the bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify the his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Well, that's not good. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken. Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoid. Okay, I get it. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology debt, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe that truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more creditable. Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell me any more lies. God damn it. Phoenix, don't lie to me. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is my, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Dahlia Hawthorne, who was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology debt, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. I swear. Okay. That's an umbrella. Why is there an umbrella there? An alchemist. I see. I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange medicines and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for more details? Okay. So you are absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Hold up. Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping something up. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Come on, don't bullshit me right here, Mr. Wright. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the windows open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. Come on now. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Well, Mia, I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions. The boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar, you know. But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense. I know, but what can I do? Well, I'm certain he must still be hiding something. Information. Right now, it's information, and we need more than anything else. Oh, so there's a lie in his testimony, I see. I went because he called me. 3 p.m. Around 3 o'clock we split up. Does this evidence... Oh my god. No. I meant... What do you call it? They met at the same time. The autopsy said... the time of death. Alright. I'm back here. Let's ask him about this now. I was wondering if you could tell us a little more about the... pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much though. A little bit earlier in your testimony you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there was electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead and around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. I think that's enough for now. No! So the defendant and the victim met at approximately his time of death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Your Honor. Yes, Miss Fay? I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rule of the court. Yes? The attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I'd totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Well, there's an umbrella over there. I'm just gonna present it. As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? But there is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, what exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? The umbrella? Well, obviously he was pushed into this, but the umbrella here... Well, naturally, it's right around here, I think. Never mind. Miss Fay, I'm deeply disappointed in you. I'm disappointed as well, Miss Fay. To be honest, I'm a bit disappointed too. Bro, what? Are you disappointed as well, Phoenix? Well, I'm disappointed in you, Phoenix. No, I need to use my brain on this. Come on, Mia, you can't strike out here. Fine, was it actually the electric thing? I thought that would be too easy though. I'm afraid the defense is gonna have to explain this in a bit more detail. Alright, whatever. Where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon? Well, naturally, it's right here. What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. I thought he was like pushed in with something. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines, the pharmacology students using their experiment require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable, yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as the murder weapon was The defendant. Stop sneezing, Phoenix. You're making this harder for me. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket, and as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm prints of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim toward the severed electrical cable. Bro, Phoenix, you're not making this any easier for me, you know? Order. That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg? My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor, at this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. There we go. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay? Is that what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down this verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. Oh, he changed. He put his mask down. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. Shut up, Payne. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further... I did it. Oh my god. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Dog Swallow is dead. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. So that the umbrella came from there. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Oh shit. Well, this is not good, is it? Bro, even Payne is sweating bullets. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim. I feel like my hemorrhoids are holding the Harlem Shake. Okay, we get it. Please shut it. That guy, he was telling me bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At the moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow fell back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that... a simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. When wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Fay, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence that will prove it. Right, Phoenix. When I push the victim. So what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Oh my god. Is Mia gonna slap someone again? Is that all? Yep. Oh my god. Phoenix, bro. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. That didn't look very light, but oh well. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen? Right! There was nothing like that at all. But it is possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. Don't do this. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. Well, I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous grounds here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Oh, it was the umbrella. Wait, I saw that. Wait. The umbrella is like broken there. Could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. I knew it. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And did the client's umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now? Well, yeah, probably. What do you call it? If you heard the snap sound but not the electrocution sound, that means that, Phoenix really wasn't, responsible for it. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more important than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella. Are you certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time and knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. Oh, my stomach is not used to being used as your personal soccer ball, Mia. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you've been pretty sorry. Continue on with your testimony, witness. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition? Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. Jeez, could that stupid cop possibly sound any phonier? In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever. Yes, sir. Right now I need more info. Info that will help me turn up some contradictions. Okay, I think I know. It has to be this one. Hold up, he's lying down, he's lying, what do you call it, chest down here, but if he was shoved, he would have been lying back, facing down. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I hadn't mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow, he was still alive. No! There we go. Order. The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present it as evidence immediately. But the umbrella could have simply been blown away by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown away by the wind. But I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! There we go. I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Oh, we got his testimony. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess. You have another witness. Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. What? Incontrovertible. Well, who is this witness? Miss Dahlia Horton. Miss Dahlia Horton. You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. Oh my God. Phoenix's own girlfriend's gonna, what do you call it? Go against him in court? The defendant's very own lover is a witness to this whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that? I think it is, this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Horton. Okay. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I can start to relax then, huh? Relax? My boy, you can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is my Dolly. You right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. The love of your life. Huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Horton? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side anyway. One day, she just bumped She and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. Why does she look like she's about to cry? That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. He has a necklace on. It's like a heart necklace. Is he wearing it right now? Why does he have a scarf in the courtroom? I guess it's probably cold or something. I don't know. As soon as I first set eyes with her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. Damn, is that a diamond? She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present. I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly. Oh, it's a bottle. It certainly is a bottle, alright. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Horton started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What? What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Horton 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in the courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases. Am I correct? Oh, shit. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be a help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving. Okay, here we go. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Oh, shit. Okay. To be continued. What do you mean, to be continued? Isn't this just a part 1? Okay, here we are, back in. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. The next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Ms. Dahlia Horton to the stand. Okay, this seems pretty interesting. What's with this stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. Why are there butterflies around her? But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. I can't believe he actually said that. Why are you sweating bullets, bro? Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. And I'll bash them with my gavel. Okay. I love how they look straight at me while they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. Okay, can we please continue? If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Horton. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Well, we know whose milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. Sir, is there something I can help you with? You just go on and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeney wouldn't kill anyone. Feeney? Oh my god. Dolly and Feeney. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's going to be a tough witness, alright? It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. What I witnessed. I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after the class was over. Feeney and Dogie, alright. They were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dogie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed that I was there. I went to go find some other students and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. That is the biggest lie, bro. You only do it for the win record. Please tell us the truth. Except I would assume you don't have one at all, since you got beaten by an amnesiac Phoenix Wright. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So, you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before, once. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again. Madame Fey? Madame, I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. Okay, here we go. Boom! Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry. Oh ho ho! How wonderful! Is that humorous yet satirical style of haiku? Yes? Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area. Yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors. Okay. How else would you enter? Teleportation? Bazinga! So who is this Dogie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Solo. We were dating up until about 8 months ago. So what were Dogie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about then? How can you be so mean? Why are you crying all of a sudden? What did I say? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Fey. Bro, what did I say? Don't drag the witness down to your level. Why am I being demonized here? Please, go on. What did you see next? Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeney never did a thing to Dogie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now? Show contradiction. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Ms. Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Fey, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. Bro, what? That is, she has no supporting... please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm prints were found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try and cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dogie. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dogie fell to the ground. And at the time, there was only two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Okay. Okay, we already did that. That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Okay. That's not what I wanted. I didn't hear anything unusual either. You say you didn't hear anything unusual? Yep, the umbrella snapping sound. Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that's just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp or loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, then why didn't you hear this noise as well? Maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time. Of course. Headphones. You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready to have his fun to come on and end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sounds of thunder. I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia, that testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. She was listening to music. What was her thing? There was lightning. Lightning! Your Honor, there was a problem with the witness's testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes? What about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? That's actually pretty rare, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure most people who actually get struck by lightning actually survive. But it is possible. Maybe the lightning hit the electrical thing and then it came like down and electrocuted the guy. I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me. Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premises that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental? Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty oh my god. I'm heard that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. Well, you're pretty stupid, so, I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day at that location. What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Payne. Well, what is this evidence? This affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? the pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the lab lost power all of a sudden at around 3 o'clock p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All of the lab's equipment run on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 o'clock p.m., which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cable were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. However, there was one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have been snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable? Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Probably this dude, right? This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor. Bro, I believe that the only thing that has snapped is the mind of the defense. That was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Bro, come on. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the electric cable to break? Okay, so it wasn't him, so Phoenix? Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. The defendant's testimony? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened around 3 o'clock p.m., correct? Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that the lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits in Mr. Wright's timeline? In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. What? Yes, the prosecution has also came to that same conclusion. And it was the very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See that umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break. Well, that makes sense. And then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make any sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he could have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Order in the court. The lamentations of my enemy, how I've longed to hear them. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have done it. Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them. What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge. Of course she's gonna cry to get the judge's opinion to be positive. Of course it's alright. Bro, come on, Judge. Be a little harsh. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony. Of course. This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. What I witnessed part 2. Of course, because part 1 wasn't enough, obviously. The truth is, Feeny pushed him twice. Okay. The first time I was into the electrical pole, that's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than 1 minute. Okay, that's already a lie. I already know which one to press. So after being shoved, The victim got up and tried to run away. And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeney, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, don't worry, I already know which one's a lie. Wait, where is it? Yeah, this is 3 p.m. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeney likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time that the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes? And your point is, Miss Fay? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Yeah. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Order in the court. What is it all about? This is nonsense. The real murderer? Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There is only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. There was a window of opportunity for the real killer. Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indicate someone as this real killer? What is it? Dahlia. What's her name again? Dahlia. Is Dahlia the killer? This is the moment I've been waiting for. Is Dahlia the real killer? Yes, Your Honor. We are ready. Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay. Now then, Miss Fay, let's have it. Who is the real killer? Boom! It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. How can you... The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the man dearest to you. Order, Miss Fay. Why? That is to say, Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on the day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. The butterflies ain't saving you now, princess. How can you be so... how can you say something so mean, Madame Fay? I didn't do anything. Miss Fay, this is a very serious charge you are... Who? Right! Did you hear that iconic holder right there? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say. You... What is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Phoenix, don't decide to defend her now. Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man. Leave my Dolly alone. Damn it, Phoenix. That boy. He's gotten himself way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. You better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose your boyfriend. What? Oh, Diego Armano. Oh, so Diego was Mia's partner, and the suspect who killed him was Dahlia Hathorn. Damn, so she's a double murderer here. He ingested poison, victim's coffee cup. Okay, so there was poison somewhere in the coffee cup. Somehow it got there. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, that is I. May I interrupt you for a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well under hand. That is I. Go right ahead. Madame Faye, why are you suddenly accusing me of killing my sweet doggy? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Dog Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry. Please go on ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I will try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear. I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. Okay. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hathorn. Further testimony? What about the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests she, in fact, had a very good reason. Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay, how I met my Feeny. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, it literally makes people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Okay, Phoenix, bro. Mr. Wright, do that again, you will be held in contempt of court. I'm sorry, Phoenix. And for now, we enter the final act of our little drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Okay, here we go. So until that time, you have been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Okay, Judge Fickle. Maybe you should look for a different line of work. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge in me. The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hathorn. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room? Well, she's a literature student. Of course she'd be there. This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our real murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case, I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. I'll keep pressing. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? If it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. You were writing a paper. On what? On the relationship between modern semi poetry and the criminal underworld. Ho ho ho, that sounds like a fascinating research idea. Am I getting old? No, I've even forgotten what I was forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff. Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you always wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully. I read it very carefully. So what was about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Okay, perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeney is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked. He's telling the truth. It was truly, truly shocking. Beautiful mushroom growing tall in the darkness, it all comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeney. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. But that can't be. Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh? Are you sure? Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see, what a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife. Okay, I don't give a shit. No one cares, Mr. Payne. Yeah, no one cares. She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature. She's an evil bitch. Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony. 8 months ago. There we go. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? Oh yes, there we go. Oh, what is the meaning of this cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean that incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia Hawthorne? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. There we go. Order. This is unbelievable. It's true then, the loveliest rose can hide the cruelest thorn. Miss Fay, that is not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Whiston Pay, will not... Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Oh, pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I am under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart and my. Okay, shut up. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed. My spirit. Whatever. Shut it. Okay, the poisoning. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I had heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Oh, that was like the shortest testimony ever. So that's what happened here 8 months ago. However, as you heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? Aha, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence, absolutely smashing. Of course, I am Mia Fey, you know what I'm saying? What were you told about with the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential. According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about what that incident was? That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You got involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you. You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. Ooh, those two really make me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. Come on now, Mia. How long were you gone? I was about to say gone, like a in the New York accent. You know what I'm saying? I've already answered all these questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during the stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Fey? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't... Okay, whatever, shut up. You heard the defendant, Miss Fey. Better luck next time. Oh, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Well, let me see. My bowl of eye drops say it's half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. So it's about 2/3 of that amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, and where would something like that come from? I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it. Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive. The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? And that's the reason they didn't arrest you. Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison. I think that's good enough reason, Madame Fey. She's right. And I think we've had enough of Miss Fey's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison. Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? You know what, I'm thinking this could be just a hunch, but doesn't that necklace she wears have a bottle in it? Maybe she had the poison in her bottle, and when she met Phoenix, she gave the bottle, she gave the necklace to him, so they would never find the poison with her. She tried to frame him for that incident as well. That's at least what I think. Great. Now just how did a lit student of a hold get a hold of poison of all things? Yeah, but how did she get the poison is the question. Do I have anything in the court record? Nothing here, I don't think. So okay. Let's try. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's use some process of elimination. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably not this one. Okay, I'm assuming not this one. And probably not that. I'm just quickly skimming through. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. Wait. Wasn't there someone who worked in a lab? Who was it? This guy. Wait, no. Yeah, he worked in a pharmacology. Oh, but it's a school. Would it have poison? Well, yeah, I guess so, right? No, it's a university, so of course it would have poison. I say of course, but what I really mean is that, what do you call it? For like what do you call it? Psychology and not psychology, pharmacology and stuff like this. There would probably be a lot of like lethal chemicals and like different things for like different types of, what do you call it? If they were like learning about it. And I think at that point in your life, if you're at university, then you would be more trusted to use those things. So I'm assuming that this is the answer right here. Boom! Let's go! You wouldn't know where to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You mean the victim? Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hathorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hathorne, it seems you had access to the poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at the very table. You. No! Looks like we got her there. Order. Could it be? That is nothing but a basic excuse. May I say something, Madame Maffei? She's gonna say, why would you say something mean again? That's what she's gonna say. What is it, Miss Hathorne? The amount of poison, okay, never mind. And the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you will need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. I think it was your necklace, that's what I said before. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something like that. It's something small. Excuse me, Madame A, but this was a court of law. If you're saying I threw away the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that. Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this entire line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. The police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse, and yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where did the container of poison? Where is the container of poison? The poison was carried in. What happened to it? Here it is. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was the witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's... That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye? The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Order in the court. Oh my God, there's that iconic objection. Actually, I guess it's not the first one. I heard the voice actors actually had the original Phoenix Wright's voice actor isn't in this isn't in this version. What do you call it? They like replaced him for reasons, which I won't talk about here. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Yeah, I think that's called forbidden love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? No need to be so harsh, come on now. Bro, look how happy he is. You really gonna crush him like this? Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only reason she's after is that that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Didn't she try taking it from him? Phoenix himself said, please give me that necklace back. Back there in that room, you said it yourself. Yep. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence for her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Hey! Damn it. Phoenix! Mia, are you alright? The defendant, he's getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him! He's running. Well, Phoenix, don't do this. This is a court of law. You're gonna look like an idiot. Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Bro, he slammed into you like that? That's why you said ow? Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in the blazes are we supposed to do now? Bro, Phoenix, bro, you can't do this shit. Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? He disposed it to save her, didn't he? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give him back the necklace. He doesn't have it. He disposed of it. You ate it? How did you eat a necklace? You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits. Are we dead ass right now? Phoenix, I thought you were a smart guy, Phoenix. What? How did you get accepted as a lawyer in the future, anyways? Weren't there gonna be traces of poison in there as well? What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The bottle you swallowed may have some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly the bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overreactive imagination. So it would seem... No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you placed this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hathorne has been cleared up, but the shit hasn't been cleared up at all. Wait, what? Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright? What are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day? The day I met Doug Swallow? Oh my god, what else happened? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Yep. Is it true? Did you really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is Miss Fay. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hathorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before. Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay, if you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore, exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hathorne planning to kill? Phoenix? Or him? No, Phoenix. Bro! There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hathorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person who Miss Hathorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hathorne were in love. Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hathorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's what she cared about. But even so, why? Why would she go as far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall on that attorney in basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hathorne could only think of one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. She used him. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, that tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. This can't be true! Feeny, what a joke you are. I knew it. That bitch is evil. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems you're sniffling a little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me? This way, Mr. Judge. With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. God damn, alright. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No! You better think it over carefully, Miss Fay. Or should I say, Miss Gray? Oh, that's funny. Shut up. Well, Miss Fay, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I really don't have evidence that is well-founded. Well, I do. That is to save. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman. It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one? If you are unable to establish your guilt, then I am afraid a harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headline for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Well then, Miss Fay, please present your evidence. In where? Show this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. Was it the necklace again? Where's the necklace? The necklace is gone. Oh my god, what? Okay, so it can't be... Literally the only thing it can be that she can put poison in is this. But he takes this every day, so it can't be that. But that's the only thing it could be. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine? Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Oh! She took it, she stole it from him and poisoned it, and he didn't take any during that time period. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. So she could have only she could have taken it at lunch. She was the one who took this bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doc Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? Huh? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave it to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hathorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used that severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like that, like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the way she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Everything's coming to light now. Oh, come on now. Everyone, surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't. Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hathorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Oh, do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? I already knew she was evil from the very moment I saw her. That's just fine. For the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay? Huh? Why? Yes. I'm gonna go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. The police? Okay. Interesting. Whew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. Payne, looks like you lost. Some rookie killer you are. But even so, the witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word the rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hathorne, with my very life. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. And there comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer, show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? There we go. Yeah! My hair is flying off. Whoa! Oh, he lost his hair. Oh, I guess that's how he lost his hair. He was so shocked that the rookie defeated the rookie killer. Oh, how amazing. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Fay. Yes, Your Honor? Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Mr. Payne, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Very well then. I feel kind of bad for Phoenix though. His entire 8 months was a lie. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty. This court is adjourned. That was amazing. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. I can see where Phoenix got it from, though. During the verdict, I was told my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Grossberg. You're a Grossberg. A Grossberg. Do you, maybe think you could stop talking about them? That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it was we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this? Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking. Go on. The dolly I saw up there on the stand, the witness stand. I don't think it was really her. Bro, come on. You don't have to, just start denying everything. What? Yeah, the dolly I knew could have never said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Yeah, no, I was a robot. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm starting to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. Oh, Larry. I see. Larry. Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope it. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of old charges. So this is 5 years later. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings me a lot of painful memories. But it also brings some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Damn. Alright. I wasn't expecting us to play as someone else, but that was actually kind of cool. Oh, this guy. Okay, I haven't played in any trials with him ever, but I saw this guy. What do you call it? I saw this guy on the cover. I don't know who he is though. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop right there. All right. That was the first trial. That's almost 2 hours I played that for. All right. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and bye for now.